And you're noticing those chug splashes go off here, so Pgod knows the player is already healed back up from the distance that he started, and he's going to land a big charge pump shot to kick this off. It's going to go in his favor. Now looking for the control of the walls, and you have to think the enemy he's fighting is probably running out of builds here. This has been a bit drawn out for early game engagement, and yes, another big follow-up. Can he get one more? Oof, that was way closer than what it needed to be, but Pgod with a single point to kick off the competition.
Pgod putting himself on the board very early, and maybe that drop play might even change. They might not go Holly Hedges next game. We'll have to see as Avery gets into a fight here as well. Just down near the rig, down on the south side near Slurpy Swamps, gets the tax shots in and takes him down. Heater falling here to Avery. 1 point on the board as well, so
his loot's not looking too great. Yes, he's going to have to farm up and get situated here.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to maybe even try and find a pack of Marauders, maybe. Very high chance of them spawning around here, being center map. Or can he land that sniper shot? He can! Zentil falls. I was just about to say Spike either has to land a hunting rifle shot or find some Marauders, because 2 chug splashes going into this part of the game where there's not much loot to offer, but there's a lot of loot to offer there from Zentil now.
That's right, and I mean, it's been about 4 months or so since they've entered as a duo into competition,
yeah.
But the stigma carries with them as they do still play trios and other team-based game modes, so we'll be interesting to see the clash between those two titans. I mean, we saw Janice and Tayson fight one another over in the Stevie Stacks and EU today. That was probably the biggest clash of Tayson's career, because he took that to the Axe of Champions all the way down the line. Pgod, oh my gosh, with the big follow-up onto Vibes, and that's going to be huge for him. His second elimination right now. 93 players left in the game.
Was a fan favorite of yesterday, rocking the cactus skin. I feel like the casters definitely instantly resonated with this player and wanted to cheer him on as well. As Prickly Boy trying to find his way out of this one if he can. He was throwing that big pot ahead of him, but this player was waiting for it. Kind of choreographed exactly where he was going to go into this push. So Prickly Boy trying to close it out. Players on top of him. Nice builds, but he drops inside the box. 2 tack shots is not enough, and Justice takes him down. Don't think Justice even needed the shotgun there, and look at that loadout. Justice is looking great.
And a part of the earliest days of Fortnite competition, now back on his stride, back on the high horse here as a solo competitor. It almost seems like he came out of nowhere in the recent times, just coming back, showing players that, hey, this vet here still has what it takes to compete on the grand final stage. Ladies and gentlemen at home, this is game number 1. If you are tuning in, we do appreciate it. That's going to be a big down there, though. Aussie, that was Cody. Pgod yesterday did this as well. He was playing off of these non-dead side rotates. I mean, he's just walking directly to the zone and taking battles along the way. We saw that halfway through the competition. It worked against him. We'll see, though, but no, not this time. It doesn't matter. Pgod's going to react with the quickness there onto Uzi. I just want to say that is probably the second or third time we've seen a ridiculous shot like that come out of Pgod. But here's Skittles finding himself a nice little ridiculous elim onto Avery, who was so lit up on the run from an opponent. And although Skittles may not be able to grab the rewards, you're going to need anywhere from 8 to about 10 around on average to be the FNCS champion of the region.
That is such a tall ask. 8 to 10 points every game for 6 games when you're battling out with 99 of the other best players in your region. Just showing these players are a whole nother level. 31 tag, nothing too heavy. That's clicks. NRG clicks fall. Someone who has a lot of pressure on them here today. A lot of expectations going down with 1 placement point on the board. Don't know if he got an elimination. We didn't see him in the feed, but yeah, I was just going to say with D-Roller as well, it's showing that he can kind of like, he can change the game style as well though. Obviously last in their solo invitational, there was a lot of high eliminations being dropped. At this point, we're seeing much more placement split. It's showing his diversity to be able to play to that and play to the placement points and
volatile across all the regions. Someone who's on fire though, it's Pgod. My gosh, 3 eliminations already. We're not even halfway through the lobby. He's owning up to his name right now. Honestly, he has just been on top of everything. This new zone's going to be popping soon though. We're going to see that half in, half out reveal itself, and he's already being so active. I wonder if he can just make an end game this time around. That is going to be momentous for him.
Would be momentous. He gets an opposite half though. One of them, the zones you want to get the most. This is the full pull zone right now. So as you can see, that half zone going half in. He takes Renan's though, but like you said, Monster, he likes to be around the action. He doesn't need to go on the safe side of zone. So this next rotate could be easy for him. He could pick up even more eliminations on the way, as Class is going to get that loot, but Pgod is the one who gets the elimination. He needs to make a tough rotate now. He has the launch pad, he has 2 crash pads, but with these trees in the way and with the way this zone's going, he's going to have to find a clearing to try and get that launch pad off, I imagine. imagine, because Crash Pads, he's probably going to get stuck in the trees as Blake just sitting out in the cone looking really nice up here on the top side. He's going to have to start making his rotate as well. It's not as far as Pgod, but it's still a pretty difficult zone as we still haven't even gained our second placement point of today. Top 50 is where these players will get one more point on the board. Blake having one for top 75. Needs to look back and try and hold some of these players that are using the rotation behind him, and then he's gonna have to keep making his way through. Blake has been a dominant player for such a long time now, but hasn't had a big showing in a solos event, so really high expectations, or looking forward to seeing how he can pull this off today. But no medium ammo left in the AR, shotgun only and a harpoon. He needs to find something pretty quickly.
I'm just looking at the feed right there. I saw Dubs pick up reverse 2K. Kanata's gonna fall to hand here as Bucky falls to Blake, and that's three major names, major players, absolutely skilled individuals all falling in concession on this rotate here to the half in, half out. This is where things get interesting. This is where Fortnite really starts to shine as a competitive esport. Here it is. It's when things start to get intense and the zone starts to move. Here it is though, Blake still being so active, the control, throws the cone down, and I can't help but imagine that he's gonna go ahead and conclude this one as well. The second elimination for him now onto Haji here. End zone's gonna pull his way.
Haji, a player who hasn't been so prominent in these games, but did manage to win a game in his heat to jump himself up there and qualify. Unfortunately, falling here at the hands of Blake, who had a great rotate. He was back against the wall. He had no AR ammo, and now he's got two huge refreshes in the half-half zone, so he's looking really, really good. Needs to try and kind of find some way to get back in this one a little bit more as he's on the bottom side, but rotating zone is going to go back through the woods, through all that tree cover, so not sure if he's going to be able to find his way back down on the low ground, as Illust looking much better with 5 crash pads and 1 launch pad.
Here it is though, the wide shot giving you guys who's in the game. I see Bully, I see Aspect still alive, Illust still alive as well, and Illust is going to be running right through Pose here, who's on the other side of the wall. He's going to go in and crash pad his way in. That's going to be a major impact frag, impact elimination for Illust. That's going to recap, refresh his material count as well, as the entire lobby now is looking to scramble across here, but Illust is still firing up. He's going to catch Batch on the movement now as well. Great layer change though. He's going to move himself up, setting up the teak pad to try and get out here. He's got the crash pad ready to go. He's thinking about it though, still waiting his time. He doesn't have to do it too early. Not this time around, not until the zone actually pops itself. On high ground though, Dubs is going to go ahead and lose it to someone launch padding up above. And Aussie, things are getting super interesting here. Pgod is down to 20 HP. He cannot afford to play with the zone, but he's gathering placement points as this Cox keeps ticking.
He's got to make something happen. He knows the player's above him. He's trying to bait him to drop down and go for the shotgun shot. But no, that could be too long. But he waits. It is. He can't break through the full metal in time. Too much damage. He takes 2 10 ticks from zone and he falls just outside top 30. A good game from Pgod. Those 7 points on the board as we now have some of those players who are going to play for more consistency. I see NRG Ronaldo kind of making his way up a little bit here, making his way very high. Ronaldo trying to take the high ground or at least get above this elevation, which is a good spot to be in. Asia's stuck down there on the low ground though. He's going to have to keep playing for it. I want to see who has that shockwave launcher and who can actually really contest height, as Blake making a good push for it too. 23 points on the board. He's now inside that top 25. Those 2 refreshes were everything he needed to get him to this point, but he's gonna need another one soon as he's down to 5 builds inside the full metal base. So he's in a good spot to try and find a refresh from, but he's gonna have to go soon. If this zone keeps going up, takes down Nanolite. Does take down Nanolite. A very consistent play here in this one. AJ falling in the feed as well, going down to the storm as it pushes everyone up this big mountain.
That harpoon was so clutch to grab him all the materials he needed as well. Here it is. Polarized though has that shockwave launch. He wanted to know who had it, and it's him on height. And now he's looking to fight it out for his life though. On the other side, Illa's still up there as well. And now we have Coop down on the low ground, really tearing it up. 4 eliminations for Coop. Someone's got him backed out against the storm though. He's got to take the fight. He's going to step in, and yes, he catches another one. That's going to be the 5th elimination now. He's still very much in the game. I'm seeing Ronaldo. I'm seeing Dubs still here. Blake's still alive. Jace fighting his way up the high ground as well.
Is coming down to this. 6 players alive right now. Big names. Who's who of this one? Blake trying to have a big performance here. 4 eliminations already on the board. Going up again. I have to think he has one of the better mat advantages right now. Only 23 builds, but this late in the game, when the zone is about to close out, that is very good as Ronaldo having to skirt the storm. Coop takes down Jaith. Ronaldo must have flop as he does. Can he come back in? Can he make a play? Illust, Dubs. Blake putting the pressure down onto Dubs. He gets the elimination. 4 players left. Blake has the high ground. This could be his game. This could be everything to start off the tournament for Blake. He has all the advantages. It's a 1v1 1v1. It's Blake versus Illis. Can Blake close it out? Can he jump up and have the huge game 1 performance? Illis can't get up the hill.
No.
He can't get a footing.
Oh,
Blake
no.
has all the advantage. Blake has to win this one. Illis down in zone. All Blake has to do is wait this one out and just hold, and he's going to be the game 1 winner of the NA East FNCS Grand Finals. Blake takes it away with 6 eliminations and 20 points on the board.
For a while, Ronaldo pushing towards the top, and Dubs also making it towards the end, with Illis finally falling to Old Man Mountain. So you can see the scoreboard reflecting a little bit of that there. Blake in first right now,